What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday. I hope you guys are all feeling the Friday vibes. Every time Friday rolls around, I have that song in my head. You know the one that I'm talking about. It's Friday. I can't put it on here because I'll be subject to copyright, but we can make our own Friday song. But I hope that you guys are feeling the Friday vibes and just having a wonderful time out there. So we have a brand new freaking hero in our Treasures of Flame and Frost freaking portal. And it is this. And I'm going to say it again. Please correct me. But every single one of these heroes apparently is a dude. This one maybe looks a little bit more dudeish than some of the others, but then also I feel like there's some breastises going on. So I'm just not 100% sure anymore, to be fair. But yeah, I think we have to go with she. But we've got Fimafeng, not Fimafeng, but Fimafeng in the portal, and she is our latest hero. From the Treasures of Flame and Frost. She's also got a fish and an ice block, which is cool. And we're going to have a closer look at her today and see what she's all about, see if she's any good. Sadly, the last hero that we had a look at was not very good, so hoping for better things from Fimafeng. So let's jump right into the Untold Tale summon. And here she it is. Yeah, so let's just look at that freaking fish on a spear inside an ice block. I like that, honestly. Like, I mean, you can get too serious, you can get overly serious with some of these characters, but yeah, that is fun. Honestly, just when you open up the card, especially on a Friday, some people need a laugh, and you know, that could just do it. For someone out there. So Fimafeng is our newest hero. She is a fire hero. Obviously, we can see that. She is of the barbarian class, so she gives a chance to inflict some bleed damage. Kind of interesting, I think, because for these heroes where they're inflicting the frost damage, having another type of damage over time may not be the worst thing for them, because it's just extra damage on top of what they're already doing. So I do kind of like the fact that, you know, with a damage over time hero, that they have a damage over time talent class. So I think that can work for her. The realm bonus, we've got the Murkheim realm. So another hero from the Frozen realm, they get the Arctic core, and that charges every time they receive damage from normal attacks or special skills. They also have an empowered resistance against frost. So the resistance is innate, so it means that you cannot give them frost damage. And they also gain 450 boosted health and 5% mana each time they resist. So you don't want to bring these heroes up against each other. They just do not work. Just don't bring any heroes that do frost damage against them. And please don't forget that. I'm sure that many people already have with both the realms, but it's just not worth it. You will die. So the Arctic core, that can deals corrosive frost when fully charged for 3 turns, and it can deal up to 478 frost damage and lower the target's attack by 15% each turn. So that's a lot of damage. And of course, it increases with the attack stats. So we're looking at it here based on the second limit breaks and emblems. But that's, I think, where most people will be with the newer heroes. So we'll keep it as it is. And yeah. The frost damage just scales by the amount of charge that you have in the core. So that's awesome. Like I said, I think the barbarian class is quite good actually for Fimafeng. And then the passives, obviously the resistance and the core, those are good. Stats wise, 1600. That's with the limit breaks and emblems. So 1220 without. Again, like, just the most powerful hero in the game at the moment, so we're kind of creeping up. I think the tunes and stuff, like the costumes, may have more, but still, from the releases that are happening, you know, even look, this guy was just released like last week. He's 1203 now, and we're already 17 power, up on him. Maybe it's not last week, maybe it's like a month ago, but still, stop the power creep. Anyway, let's move on. The special skill is called Self-Preservation. It runs at average speed, and Fimafeng will cleanse status elements from the caster, weird, then attack the target with Frostfall Strike, dealing up to 3,000 damage, and deals 40% more damage if the target's of the fire element. Okay, so if they're the fire element, they're getting sniped the fuck out. This special skill never misses its target, so guaranteed they're getting sniped the fuck out. And then she gets a stack, or gives a stack. A max of 10, all allies get plus 5% mana generation. That's pretty strong. Because it's a stack, obviously it's going to continue throughout the battle. Not really as good for raids and wars and things like that, because it's a stack again, so it's going to take time to build up, and it's only 5%. But if it was more, it'd probably be super OP. Maybe she could have got away with 10%. Come on, man. Stack max 10. Again, all allies get plus 20% defense. Big stack on the defense. 20% defense is pretty huge. Especially with some of the more powerful heroes that we've got in the game at the moment. And if that's going on top of other ailment protection, damage reduction, and other skills that heroes have, it's going to be pretty strong. So I would say that makes her a very, very viable defensive hero. I do, I'm not to take anything away from the mana, stack, which is cool. I mean, it's really, really cool. But at the same time, that defense stack of 20% every turn is going to be pretty massive. I just think it's going to make her a really good defensive hero. Kind of a pity that she's a sniper, but also kind of not, because she's already, dishing out some bleed damage from her class. She's dishing out the frost damage from the core. So she's got enough else going on that doesn't matter too much. I just want to check on the actual, amount of what she's hitting with. So we've got a fast speed hero here dealing, attacking the target nearby up to 2,100 damage. So yeah, it's, kind of low. I mean, even saying that, 3,000 is still a lot. But remember, you have to get up to that 3,000. So the base damage is 1,500. And the damage scales depending on the attacker's attack and defender's defense. So you get up to a maximum 3,000, but minimum could be 750. So it's kind of a weird mechanic. I mean, if you're going up against a fire hero, like I said, it's lights out. But, if you've got growth and you've got Wither working together on your team alongside this hero, then, of course, you're going to get the most out of them. If you don't, it might not be quite as hard as we think. So I do like her. I do think she's a great hero. I do think that for longer battles, she's going to be insane, because once that stack starts to build up on the mana generation and the defense, it's just going to be impossible to kill the team. So I really like her for longer battles. I like her for, events that you have in the game, treasure quest, for example, regular quests, towers, you name it, she's got it. Like, I think she's going to be good for regular stages in the game, farming and stuff like that. I don't think she's going to take over the meta, but I do think that this is a decent hero. So that's everything I've got to say about our newest hero in the Flame and Frost. Please do let me know what you guys think about Fimafeng in the comments. Always love to know what you guys think about the hero. Let me know if you're lucky enough to grab this fish stabbing, ice block wielding diva or dude, whatever it is. Let me know. Do drop us a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you don't want to miss any future videos, then stay subscribed and hit that bell notification. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.